Anne admits she and her son Andrew don't get along, but insists she'd never burn down his home. Andrew claims it's her on CCTV.
Watching how my mother ruined my life.
I've been guilty of lots of things, but I have not been guilty of this.
This is the incredible moment a despicable act of arson is caught on camera.
What a mongrel. I mean, who does it? Who does it to someone?
A hooded assailant who literally is playing with fire.
And exploded like a bomb going off. And then they ran down the back step.
What makes this vision even more remarkable is who it's alleged is the face beneath the hoodie.
That's my mother. That's her.
Down and down.
The victim claims it's the familiar features of his mum, who stands accused of burning her son's house to the ground.
Sick family.
It's not me.
And this 78-year-old's defence will blow you away.
It might be me superimposed on that, but that's not it's not it.
If you think your clan has issues, then spare a thought for the Gunn family. They've been taking ugly potshots at each other for the past 5 years. And now, the extraordinary allegation that could see Grandma Gunn convicted and become Australia's oldest arsonist.
Call me the oldest murderer, call me the oldest whatever, sex addict. Look, what can I do about it?
Why don't you just come out and say the truth for a change, instead of lying all the time?
5th of July 2016, and a hooded intruder makes their way onto the porch of this house. They check the door and, using a crowbar, place a bag over the security camera lens. 20 minutes later, the same person removes the bag and then a gardening glove so they can better light a rag. This is the moment a blaze of betrayal is caught on camera.
I looked at that footage and we thought, we've got her. I said to Andrew, we've got her.
God, that's terrible. We're disgraced.
For Andrew and his partner Brenda, the past 5 years have been absolute hell.
Everything's dead now. I thought there would
Today,
have been
they're
something
revisiting the
still alive.
site where they used to live, in a kit home on the back of Andrew's parents' property. Brenda, what's it like being back here for you?
Cruel, very cruel.
It was an idyllic setting, a home nestled amongst the trees and kangaroos. A peaceful place that went up in flames along with all their belongings. All that's left is an old shed
That's actually my old rake there.
and some fragments of a lost home.
That's actually one of the covers that go over the top of the camera.
Oh, it's
Andrew's
okay.
relationship with his parents had deteriorated so badly over the ownership of the home he built on their land, he rigged his property with security cameras. The hard drive recorder was recovered after the fire, but New South Wales police said it was too badly damaged to view any video. So a desperate Andrew sent the hard drive to data recovery experts in the United States. And look at that. $7,000 later, he got the repaired device back and watched the surprising clips.
It was like winning the lotto. Like, honestly, it was like us. It was like winning the lotto when we saw that. It was a relief in some way, but it was also very disturbing too to see that happen.
Are you Anne the arsonist?
We've had so much happening to us, it doesn't even affect us anymore.
We caught up with Andrew's mum Anne and his dad Brian at the shops. Anne's seen the video, but insists she's innocent. Is it just a coincidence then that the image in the video looks like you?
Oh, it's the biggest shock of us that we've found, because that's just it. Even I say it looks like me.
But it's not you?
It's not me.
In a stunning claim, Anne Gunn says the video has been tampered with, digitally altered, to make it look as though she's at the scene of the crime.
They can put Nat King Cole onto a movie with his daughter playing the piano, and he was been dead and she was alive.
And forevermore.
Anne's right. Groundbreaking visual effects were used to resurrect soul legend Nat King Cole for a digital duet with his daughter Natalie. So, could this Fahrenheit frenzy really be fabricated? Well, they do that in Hollywood.
Yes, and that's where that That's where the hard drive went.
To Hollywood.
Well, it went to America.
Brian, what do you make of the video?
I think it's all a farce, really. You know,
It's unbelievable. No,
what they can do with digital stuff nowadays, it's unbelievable, yeah.
Andrew, Anne said they did it with Nat King Cole.
Oh, did they? Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard
I
of
did
that.
see Nat King Cole light someone's house on fire, though.
How confident are you of that excuse or defence
Not
standing
at
up in
all.
court?
I'm not confident, because how can you be confident of anything in court? I'll just have to see what happens.
That's my mother. You can tell by glasses and everything. I mean, anyone in our family would know who that is. And I mean, how could you digitally alter that?
Anne Gunn has now been charged with break and enter and arson to the tune of $200,000.
It was a relief in itself because the police always pointed the blame at Andrew because she told them he did it.
To ask any family, they've always got one bad apple in the bunch.
You might be wondering where Andrew was on the day his house burned down. Well, he was right here at court. The reason? He was defending assault charges brought against him by his own dad, Brian. His mum, Anne, was a witness in the case, but she didn't turn up that day. If you did it, Anne, what would have happened to you?
Well, I would have had burns on me.
Yeah.
Now, if I had had burns on me, the hospital would have noticed the burns.
We should take it just
Andrew successfully had the assault charges against him dropped. Instead, he claims his dad, Brian, assaulted him.
What the hell are you doing?
Have you ever assaulted Andrew?
No.
Oh.
Well, you smack your
no.
child, don't you, behave, you know.
I think you smacked him once when he tried to burn a house down.
Yeah, I did give him a belt with a leather belt. So,
When
yeah.
he was about that
That-
knee
yeah.
high.
Kind of seems ironic, doesn't it? After losing everything in the fire, Andrew and Brenda's friends are letting them camp on their property,
Shower.
2 hours from Grafton on the New South Wales mid-north coast.
Here is where we do our food. It'd be nicer if we had a house to live in again.
It's a far cry from their former dream home at the centre of this nightmare.
Living in a trailer and we're basically living in third world conditions.
Andrew says he paid for and built the kit home on his parents' land, a 200-metre walk from Anne and Brian's house down this path. But when his parents wanted to downsize, they fell out with their son over money.
It's not your property, that's my property. No, it's not.
You want to see the rates?
Honestly, now I wish I had bought a house in town, you know, and had my own title. Because obviously owning your own house on someone else's property means nothing, you know, which is, you know, I thought I was protected and I wasn't.
There's just so much hate that comes from where?
After the fire, Anne and Brian sold their property for $400,000. After a lengthy Supreme Court case, Andrew accepted a $70,000 payment, much less than the $200,000 he claims was the original agreement. But now Andrew believes his parents also received an additional $380,000 insurance payout for the house he says this box of documents proves is his. Where's your mum and dad living now?
In Grafton in a brand new house. Just unbelievable, you know. I think they've got a 3-bedroom house. It looks brand new. And they're still living their lives like nothing ever happened.
If we hadn't gotten out when we did, we would still be there now because he was determined he was going to break us for some reason.
She won't even admit to what she's done. That's the biggest kick in the guts.
I go to peace because he's my son.
I wanted to face the full force of the law.
I guess you can only put your faith in the justice system.
No, not what we've been through. This should have never, ever lasted as long as this, ever.
A family fallout, financial fisticuffs and ferocious
He
flames.
was the nicest, softest, loveliest little boy you couldn't come across.
How would you describe Brenda then?
I'm not allowed to say that on television.
And with that, Anne Gunn slipped on a neck brace for the car ride home. She also asked us to film her disability sticker, citing several serious medical conditions.
I hate sympathy, so I try not to play on it.
Now it's up to the court to decide who lit the fire. If Anne is convicted, she faces up to 10 years jail for arson and 14 for break and enter.